Crash out in Kennebec County has left one woman hospitalized. Dorothy Scott was driving a Pontiac Grand Prix and stopped on Highway 27, attempting to turn into her driveway. She was then rear-ended by Mark Linion, who was driving a Ford F-150. The collision ended with Dorothy in the hospital. She is expected to be okay. No other information has been released. 3 people are dead after a head-on crash in I-29 in the Southern Valley. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says it happened yesterday morning near Hankinson when a 15-year-old West Fargo boy lost control of the pickup he was driving, overcorrected and crossed the median and hit a car coming from the other direction. A 45-year-old West Fargo man in the pickup was killed and the boy was taken to the hospital. The 24-year-old female driver of the car that was hit and a 5-year-old girl were killed. A 4-year-old boy in that car was life-flighted to a Fargo hospital. All 3 of them were from the metro. Authorities are investigating a crash that had shut down a North Dakota highway after a gas leak. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the leak happened after a semi crash near the town of Ray in Williams County. Gasoline was leaking from the trailer and all lanes of Highway 2 in that area were closed. There is no word on if there were any injuries. Some relief for people tired of waiting on trains in Moorhead. City leaders broke ground on the 21st Street underpass this morning. The project is designed to alleviate congestion and make that area safer. The underpass will cost nearly $66 million, and you can expect construction to last for about 2 years. The Cass County, Minnesota Sheriff's Office is warning of heavy damage along the Sulong Trail near Reamer. Several areas of washed-out trail are dangerous and are now flagged. The washouts are from recent heavy rainfalls. Extreme caution is encouraged while traveling in that area. President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin held a joint news conference following their first extended face-to-face talk in Finland today. Mola Lenghi has the latest from the White House.
President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin shook hands in Helsinki's presidential palace ahead of their private one-on-one meeting.
I really think the world wants to see us get along.
President Trump said in addition to discussing trade, Syria, and other issues, he brought up Russia's meddling in the 2016 U.S. election.
I felt this was a message best delivered in person. Spent a great deal of time talking about it.
On Friday, the Justice Department indicted 12 Russian agents for alleged hacking during the election. The one-on-one meeting between the 2 leaders is unprecedented. Never has a U.S. president met with his Russian counterpart for about 2 hours with only translators in the room. Following the private talk, staff members joined them for a working lunch. Hours before the summit, President Trump raised eyebrows by blaming the United States for the rocky relationship between the 2 nations. He tweeted, "Our relationship with Russia has never been worse, thanks to many years of U.S. foolishness and stupidity, and now the rigged witch hunt."
It ignores the fact that, of Russia's aggression in Ukraine in 2014, its intervention in Syria in 2015, and its interference in our elections in 2016.
The meeting started with a bit of drama. President Putin arrived in Helsinki behind schedule in what has become his tradition of keeping leaders waiting. President Trump then waited until Putin arrived at the palace before leaving his hotel. Mola Lenghi, CBS News, the White House.
And for more information on President Trump's visit with Vladimir Putin that we get throughout the day, stay with us here at Valley News Live. Coming up at noon, scientists